Ki jai, jai, Sri Harinama Cintamani ki jai. Okay, so we continue with our Sri Harinama Cintamani. Now we are in chapter 10. And last class, that is which offense? Do you remember? Number
6.
Number 6. Which is?
Offenses on the power of the holy name.
Chanting on the strength of the... no, sinning on the strength of the chanting of the name, of the holy name. So that's number 6. So this will be today's class, chapter 10. Haridas now is explaining to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu the 7th offense. So again, we'll put ourselves in this that place in Jagannath Puri, under the tree, Siddha Bakul. There Mahaprabhu and Haridas there, this conversation of Haridas and Mahaprabhu. So this time Haridas is explaining. So far he's explained 6. Quick review. One is the 6 offenses so far that we've Sadhaninda. Second, considering the
devatas on the same level or separate from Krishna.
Yeah, when you consider the demigods to be equal or independent. Yeah, from Krishna. Third, Guru Avagya, or meaning to, what's Guru Avagya?
Make offense to Guru.
Or to disobey, or to disobey, or to consider your Gurudev as ordinary person. Then fourth, no, not yet.
It's not about Shastra?
Yeah, Shruti Shastra Ninda, to blaspheme or to criticize the Shrutis or the Vedic scriptures. No? Then fifth,
The glories of the holy name is imaginative.
yes, Artavad Harinam Kalpanam, to think that the glories of the name is like fiction or imaginary, like this. Then, yes, last class, number 6, sinning on the strength of the holy name. Okay, so now, here, Haridas, he was telling to Mahaprabhu, now I will continue. He's telling that in our process, this chanting name, this Harinam is given only to those with faith. Those without faith, really, they are not qualified to receive this name. This is Vaishnava etiquette. He's telling like that. And this is according to Shastra. And to give this name, actually this 7th offense is to instruct faithless person, to instruct the faithless person on the holy name, to instruct him of the glories of the name, giving him holy name and instructing him about the name, like this. So he's telling that these material qualifications, like your high birth, your what else are there? Wealth, beauty, strength, scholarship. This is not qualification. Qualification is faith, actually. So he said that the etiquette, really, Vaishnava etiquette is only to those who have Shraddha, like they're given like name. And he said like why? He's giving the analogy. 2 analogies actually. He said like, for example, a pig. You give pearls or jewels to pig, the pig will, just trample that in the dirt. Or you give like very fine like silk or like very nice cloth to monkeys, then they will just like rip it apart. So he said, those people who have like no faith in the name, then like you give like Harinam to them, then what they do, they will just commit offense to the name. And he said, for that offense, like that becomes an offense to the name. You're giving to the unqualified. Then for that, he said, the giver also like goes to hell, also falls down. So actually, this offense is for people who take the role as guru. They take the role as guru. So they give Harinam like this. Now, when we say instructing the faithless about the glories of the name, it does not like mean like when we go like Harinam Sankirtan, we go and we explain to people like like Krishna and his name are non-different. You explain to them like that. That's different. They're faithless. So he said actually Mahaprabhu Haridas Thakur, he said the role of the preachers is to make those who are faithless have faith. Then when they have faith, then they will have that desire to approach a bona fide guru. And then the guru will see like, if he has faith and he's qualified, then he gives. That's why like gurus, they don't just give Harinam to anyone. Like they will have some like some external like qualifications. Like you have to have this. Usually they would say follow the 4 regulative principles. Then you can tell like he's serious, he's sincere, and really he has faith in the name. Now why is that? Because Haridas was telling, when sometimes somebody he is faithless, he used the word he describes them as someone who has dishonest intentions. So usually they have this like idea like, so good, I can ask for name. There can be some motivations, not really like they're one-pointed, like they want to take shelter of the name like that, but they see, I can get Nam, I'll try to get like Harinam, because then no problem, like my sins will be free, and like I can be purified and I can enjoy more like that. Or they may have that desire like, if I become initiated, then people will see me Vaishnava, as a Vaishnava. Then they can honor me and they will like serve me like that. So they have all these material like intentions, So these kinds, these are, it says like dishonesty, So Haridas is telling that when someone, he's not really qualified, he has some like ulterior motives, name and fame, like this, or some like, or like it's just maybe because it's just like a fad, like everyone else is like this. Sometimes it happens. Everyone else is taking, and everyone's like pressuring me. It's like, okay, I'll also take. It's like a fashion, So then they just go. They think of it very cheaply, like this. And so he said, if someone accepts like disciple, giving Harinam to someone who's, like not qualified, then, and especially for a reason that, like, oh, he's rich, then if he can become my disciple, then, like, oh, I'll be famous, like, oh, I have very rich disciples, like that. Or he's a very famous person, he's a rock star, like this, He's not following regulative principles. And actually, you're the one forcing him, like, oh, you have to take Harinam, like this, and be my disciple, like that. And so, Haridas is warning. If you're doing that, that person, he's like a monkey or like a pig who will like disrespect and actually later on will commit offense to Harinam. He said that person who's, committing this offense, giving this Harinam and giving instructions on Harinam to someone who has actually no faith, then he said, oh, he will become a non-devotee. That
person who's giving.
Yeah, that person who's giving. He is also going to commit offense, and later on he will become a non-devotee. He will be out of the path of bhakti. Like that. So be very careful. It's a very serious thing, like this. So like simple devotees, like not so much problem, but later on when you become like advanced and you think like you're, like you're in the category of guru, like that, and so then it's just like giving, and especially there's a desire for like your name and fame also, and then like unqualified people you're giving. So we see our Guru Varga, they don't give. Like first they'll see like if he's really qualified, and actual sincere devotee, then he will see if some unqualified person coming to him, and he can see his intentions. And so Haridas he says that that devotee, he would immediately tell that, like, give up your like your intentions, your bad intentions. First develop faith in Harinam, like this. He's telling that give up this desire for name and fame, like this. He will see his heart. And he said, as long as you don't have faith, that time you will not like receive the name, like this. Because really, name, and he said, if as soon as you have faith, then very easy, name will come, like this. The name itself, name is Krishna himself, no? So Krishna himself will arrange for the progress of that person. As soon as like faith is there, then he will arrange that he will meet a guru, then who can actually give him the Shuddhanam, like this. You will have to receive Shuddhanam name. That's why it's pointless actually to give Harinam to someone if you yourself not chanting Shuddhanam, like this. So, they receive name, and what happens is sometimes the guru, like in the beginning, he may see like, okay, he's okay, I can give him, like this. But then later on, he finds out like, oh, he's like very bogus person, like this. So he commits like this kind of offense, like giving to someone who's unqualified. So sometimes it happens. So he said like, oh, Haridas is telling, in that case, usually, he said like, usually because guru is like inexperienced, he just like actually someone who is a bona fide guru, he cannot commit this kind of like mistake, but sometimes not very advanced devotee, they take responsibility, and it's good, like you take responsibility, and if they're sincere, and especially if they have some connection to higher Vaishnavas who is actually giving them power, So then they take a role. But sometimes because they're not like fully experienced, and they commit this kind of mistake, right? So, or maybe they really commit because they have some anarthas, like, they want name and fame. And then later on they realize that, this is not good, And I have accepted that person. Now he's making all this problem like this. That person, like very bad, not following regulative principles. And actually, what happens? Like, you give him now he's now like, okay, you're a disciple, and then he will be like representing you, right? It's like that, not just you, but also like actually like the Vaishnavas, yeah. Like you see, like some places, they're chanting, but then they're still smoking. I see, like they're smoking. After that, they just wash their hands and then get their mala. And yeah, they also follow some kind of like Brahminical rules, like cleanliness, like that. Yeah, they're smoking. After that, they get achamahan, and then Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah, But of course, and they do more than that, like worse, like illicit activities like this. See, like at least 4 regulative principles they follow. No meat eating. Some people, they may think like, I can chant, please give me Harinam, but they're eating meat like this. So meat eating, gambling, intoxication, or they're taking drugs, or illicit sex. So these are like things that at least they follow, not doing these things. If they're not doing these things in a way externally, then you can see like, okay, they have some discipline, and they have some, like, okay, they're trying to be fixed to now only taking shelter of name, like that. It's the guru, he can determine. Okay, so what if he commit mistake? So Haridas, he's telling that, okay, if he realized, I've committed this mistake, then he will have to publicly, tell to the community of Vaishnavas that I have committed this mistake. I have given instructions, giving name and instructions to chanting name to this unqualified person. And among the Vaishnavas there, like, you will have to tell, like, now I renounce this big person. He's not my disciple, like that. And in that way, you're free from that, person. Yes. So if not, everyone knows, that person is like really bad, unqualified, and you're still like clinging to that person, his disciple, my disciple, like that. Then very soon you'll go to hell with that. By your offense, then you go to hell with that disciple. So this is that this offense is, or when you say giving instructions on holy name, or explaining the glories of the holy name to the faithless, that refers to this. It doesn't refer to like when you go Harinama Sankirtan and telling people like, chant the holy names, chant the Haribol, Haribol, like chant the holy names, It's not. Now, Mahaprabhu was given this, this is Mahaprabhu's instruction. He's telling every town and village, the holy name has to be like inundated, have to spread. But he himself, he said but you have to instruct the sraddha-hina, those the people who has faith. Sraddha-hina-jane, sraddha-hina-jane, Nadia Godrumi Nityananda Mahajan, So, for those faithless, what to do? The preachers, that's the responsibility of the preachers. This is the role of the preachers. We want that all villages we will chant. So first, we instill faith in them, like this. Not immediately you give Harinam, instructing them, okay, you chant 16 rounds every day, like this, this name is, okay, this Radha Krishna, and giving all instructions like this, like that. No. First, you instill faith in them. This name just by namavas, even without faith, or like it can fulfill all your desires, like that. Oh, really? Like, then but the goal of life is not this material enjoyment, like this. You may try to enjoy materially, but you'll not be happy, like this. Real happiness only comes from bhakti, like that. And then you tell them more, like that. Yeah. So first, okay, who are these like faithless? Oh, like criminals and like prostitutes and like thieves and like this, and even like atheists, like all these people that you try to inspire, and you become like faithful, to have faith first, and then you give that time when they have faith, then they themselves will have this like own like motivation to find guru, and will get Harinam, like this. So you understand? So this is what it means. So Haridas Thakur in this chapter, he ended by like glorifying Mahaprabhu. He said, we see from your example like Jagai and Madai. Jagai and Madai did not give immediately Harinam until they had faith. Of course, they had faith after the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So, like this. I think clear, no? Yeah. So questions? No? So then next we will continue. We'll see what time. Like maybe in a few days we'll continue again our class. Okay? Jai Shri Harinama Cintamani ki jai, Jai Shri Gurudev ki jai, Haridas Thakur ki jai, Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanandi.